Death comes for all of us, and we've got to prepare.
Everyone has to. Whether you're getting buried or cremated, death still comes. And today, we're exploring caskets.
We're here at ABC Caskets. We're sitting in their showroom, and we're gonna bring out Isabella, and she's gonna show us the world of casket making.
And it's a beautiful world with a lot of caskets that are made right here in the US of A.
Locally, all for you. You all right, Mark?
I was just thinking about America.
It's not a great time to think about America.
And what it could have been.
Should we dive straight into the world of caskets and casket making?
Yeah.
So we're here at ABC Caskets, and we'd like to introduce Isabella.
Come on in.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm gonna have to do this interview style because we forgot to bring a third lav.
So you're here to buy a casket, correct?
Yes.
So I want to ask you some questions.
Okay.
And then I'll know how to guide you. First of all, is it a man or woman?
Man.
Do you know how tall was he?
We just figured out.
Yeah.
5'9".
5'9".
5'9".
Okay. Roughly, how much did he weigh?
Split the difference.
Whoa, what do
much
you weigh?
I weigh like 150.
I'm 185.
Okay, so like 168.
160, 170.
And how old was he?
26.
26?
26?
26?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
You
It happens.
you never know.
The prices of the casket, metal is cheaper than wood.
I'm actually fascinated. Metal is cheaper than wood? I would think that wood would be cheaper.
No, wood takes a long time to make. It's much more complex to make it.
What do people normally go for? Do people normally go for wood over metal, or?
No, most of the time they go for metal because of the price, but when they can afford it, the wood caskets are really gorgeous. We are known, our company is known for our special, beautiful wood caskets.
And the website for your, this is ABC Caskets, by the way, and the website is?
abettercasket.com.
Well, could we see some different caskets? Could you show us some metal ones, some wood ones?
Why don't I start with a metal and we'll progress.
Okay.
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 The way it's arranged on the showroom is we arrange it by price. So it goes from the lowest to the highest. So I can start with the lowest and we'll go from there.
Let's start with the highest, and then we'll work down to where we're comfortable.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is a solid mahogany casket.
Wow.
If you see here, it has a heart. It weighs a lot because of all the carving. Everything in this casket is solid mahogany.
Wow.
Wow.
And
That is
for a casket
gorgeous.
like this, how long does it take from start to finish?
Well, just to to sand the casket, it takes 8 hours.
Just to sand it?
Just to sand it, because mahogany is not an easy wood.
Why is mahogany like the universally known wood? It's in all the movies. Everyone talks about if they want quality, they want a mahogany. They want they make monogamy jokes about mahogany. And obviously it's a beautiful wood, but what makes mahogany so special?
Well, mahogany, if you look at it, if you pass your eyes to the side, it changes, it goes with you.
Yeah.
Which makes it special. That's number one.
I would think that, if someone was getting buried versus cremated, some people might want a wood that would rot away so that their body can return to the earth, in that fashion.
Well, that's correct. Like in the Jewish religion, we don't have any metal parts in the casket, and we actually put few holes on the bottom because you are supposed to be buried in dirt. In earth, from dust to dust. But if you see, even the bottom of our casket is solid mahogany. You don't see it because most places, when they make caskets, no one sees the bottom, so they can put a particle board. But not here. If it's a mahogany, the bottom will be mahogany. If it's a maple, it's maple.
ABC Caskets are quality all the way through.
Thank you.
What's the most expensive casket in the world? Do you know that?
They have some caskets like for $30,000.
Oh. 30. Have you ever worked with gold to make a casket?
No, but they have a gold casket. I don't think it's real gold. It is a bronze shaded. It's in gold color.
If someone got buried in a gold casket, they would get dug up, and that would get stolen so fast.
It's not real gold. Yeah. But we can make the color. The casket, any color you want.
Could you make one that is black and white, split right down the middle, one side black, one side white?
I think so.
Cool. Have you ever had any like crazy colors for caskets? Like someone wants like a pimp my casket kind of deal where maybe there's like crazy art on the casket instead of just one straight color.
Like leopard print
Yeah.
interior.
No, we've made sometimes caskets where people wanted art put on the top of the casket. We have a painter that if they want to, I connect them directly to the painter, and he does the artwork for them.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've actually made caskets for movies right here.
Yeah.
Could you show us some of those?
Yeah, I can show you. All the caskets you see on the floor have been in movies. Not the exact casket, but a replica of it. But I have some caskets on the floor that we keep here that were actually in the real movie.
That's how good ABC caskets are. Good enough for the movies.
You're getting a sense of what you want in a casket.
Yeah. You know, I don't want it to be too comfortable. I'd like to stay alert.
This casket we made custom for the movie Daredevil with Ben Affleck. This casket was for a Greek tycoon. So he wanted white velvet.
Now, how long did this casket take to make? And is there a different process for making the caskets when you're making it for a movie as opposed to an actual same process?
You have to make a casket. It's the same thing. And this is metal. Basically, you have the box, you have to paint it, and then polish it and put interior in there.
What kind of metal is this?
This is steel.
No tin here.
Only stainless steel caskets at ABC.
Never mind.
So we've looked at a lot of exteriors of caskets and this interior, and you guys do everything, start to finish, right here. Can we see the creation process?
But do you want me to show you? This is another interesting casket. I want to show you the interior.
Whoa.
Because they gave us the fabric because they had to have it natural. We couldn't use our polyester. So this is silk. And they gave us a fabric. We made the interior for them. And I want you to see how it looks.
Ooh, it's very soft.
That's nice.
I'd like silk. Would you like
you want silk?
I mean,
If we got silk, we'd have to get it ourselves, right? You don't have silk here.
Yeah.
What do you have here?
We have satin,
Oh,
which is a
What?
cheaper silk.
I like satin.
Satin's good.
We have beautiful satin.
Honest question, do you feel like working with caskets, most of your life, and do you think it gives you a better appreciation of death or a better understanding, or obviously it makes you think about it on a day-to-day basis, but
No,
how
I
do you
don't
feel?
know if it's so great because you think about death all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's so great to be thinking about death.
But you don't feel like it's made you more accepting of the inevitability of everyone, like...
Well, when my friends pass away, I feel very bad. I don't say, oh, it's going to happen to all of us, it's going to happen to me. And many times when people come here and I hear very tragic story, I feel really bad about it also.
I think anyone would, and that's very admirable. What are you going to say?
Are you less afraid of death because you deal with it so much?
I don't know. What does it mean to be afraid? I'm not afraid of death.
I think one important thing that we try to get through to people is just like it isn't something to be afraid of. It's something it's not something to focus on. It's not something to be fearful of. It's something that is a reminder that we have to live as best we can while we have the time we can. And even if you have to think about the morbidity of casket shopping or something like that, it is important to remember that we all go through the same end. Every single one of us. We just don't know when, but given that the time we have to enjoy it while we can.
You're right. I agree.
You guys sew in-house too, all this stuff?
Yeah, we have a sewing room. We are known for our special interior. And because it's real silk, for some reason, it looks different, the sewing, than other fabric.
ABC Caskets, known for their incredible sewing. Look at this work. It's outstanding.
Let me show you another casket the studio sometimes like to get. Toe pincher. This is an old-fashioned style of casket.
Because it's actually shaped like a body would be,
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah. We used to make the casket before shiny. So I would stand here, I would see my reflection in the wood.
Oh, crazy.
But sometimes the TV shows don't want so shiny.
Yeah.
So we made it satin this time. And you see, this is the same sewing that you saw in the satin, but because it's velvet, it looks different. But if you touch it, you see how soft it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ethan doesn't like the feel of velvet.
I don't like velvet.
But listen, you gotta
I mean,
face.
I'll touch it.
It's good stuff, right?
Velvet.
Why have these gone out of fashion? Because I think this is just such a cool styling. Why the big blocky?
I don't know.
If we were to get a coffin, I think this style is what we would want. Do you still make this?
If we need to, if someone orders it.
Is it
We've
more
had,
expensive?
One singer, he plays a guitar. Forgot his name.
Ed Sheeran?
Huh?
Ed Sheeran?
No.
Van Halen?
Bruno Mars?
No.
He doesn't play guitar.
No,
The guy with the top hat.
Slash?
Slash.
Can you stop it? I'll go ask my husband. Is it David Navarro?
Yeah, Navarro.
Okay, David? Is it David?
Yeah.
Can I say his name?
Sure, yeah.
So David Navarro had a show in Hollywood. So they bought this casket from us, and he had it on stage for a long time. Then the casket got damaged. So they ordered a second casket. And he said after the show, he wanted to keep it in his living room.
That's awesome.
I think we found
Yeah, I think
style.
we definitely want this style
This
of
style.
coffin. I think our dream coffin is this style, split right down the middle, right down the center, one half black, the other white. Is there a way to get a half black, half white satin interior?
Yes, if that's what you want.
Can we get it inversed from the outside? Like this is black, this is white, but in the inside, this side is black, or white, this side is black?
I think anything is possible.
For the right affordable price at ABC Casket.
Is that possible?
I think so.
How long would it take for the
It
casket
would be-
that we just mentioned?
No, because if you want to mix two colors, it's not so simple.
Yeah.
It'll take much longer time.
Like a few weeks or a couple months?
No. About a week.
Oh,
that's
a quick turnaround.
ABC Caskets. Fast, efficient, and affordable.
That is really quick. Honestly, I thought that making a casket from start to finish baseline would be like 3 months.
So all these furniture companies, they're running a ringer. Because, like, Amy, you say all the time that custom furniture, it takes like months to get.
Yeah.
Why?
We keep in our mill the pieces of wood to make a casket on different species. Species.
Vicious, yeah.
When someone wants a custom casket, we take all the pieces, we assemble it, so it's much faster. Because you work with death. You can't wait months for someone to be buried. You have to do it right away.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
So
Well, are we allowed to go into the mill and?
I can show you, give you some rough
Yeah, if you're
idea.
comfortable with it.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Are there any other questions that you have for us for our casket? Do you need to know,
I need
you know,
to
where we
know
were
which
born,
we-
our social security number?
No. I just need to know where to deliver it to.
Okay.
I need to know the name of the funeral home.
What if it's not to a funeral home? What if it's just to a house?
Sometimes we take it to a house. Why a house? A funeral home has to take care of the body.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. We are the ones who are gonna be in the casket.
So you want to store it for...
Yeah.
For the inevitability.
Yeah.
We always tell people when they want it this way that it's not such a good idea to keep a casket for so many years. You're too young.
Wait, so it's not common that people buy their
very
casket
unusual.
before? Really?
Really?
It's not common, but sometimes it happens. Last year, I made the casket for this woman, and she was in good shape.
Well, should we see where the caskets are
Yeah.
made from start to finish?
Okay, this is our mill. When they finish painting the casket, which is in another section, they bring it here and they polish it. So even though the casket looks very shiny, before it gets here, it gets even shinier. And after they do that, we take it to the trimming room and they finish.
That's ABC Caskets for you. Double the shine in half the time.
You're really coming up with those slogans.
I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
This is an interesting machinery that my father-in-law invented more than 60 years ago. And basically, you put the top of the casket all around, and you have a sanding belt here, and it goes around, and it's sanding the top of the casket.
That's really cool.
And these are pieces of lumber that cut to size so we can build a casket right away so you don't need to wait a long time. But I also have another piece of equipment that I think you might be interested in seeing. It's our glue machine.
Oh, glue machine. That's so cool.
And what's interesting about this glue machine, number one, the company is out of business already because this glue machine is probably around 70 years old. And this is the original microwave machine. Before they had microwave, we had this machine. And it works on the same principle.
So could you put a meal through it and it would come out on the other side?
We never tried, I don't think so.
Is it actually microwaves?
Well, it works on the same principle. So basically, we take pieces of lumber, we put it here. Under here, there is a tray of glue. It goes around, it just rolls around. It comes here to this side, and it stays here. He moves it, pieces of wood, he puts it flat here. He presses a button here. It goes inside. Less than a minute, it comes from the other side. All glued.
So you don't actually know what happens inside the machine. It's just one side not glued and then out it's glued and you don't question it at all. There's an SCP that's exactly like that.
What would happen if Ethan laid down and it ran through it?
Yeah.
What if
Well,
someone will go there?
What would happen?
If someone will go inside?
Say him. He went in there.
I don't think so.
Oh, hypothetically, like, would he...
I don't think he'll come alive.
That's not my concern. Okay, all right. Very fascinating. It's incredible to think that like such an old piece of machinery is still like a workhorse after all that time.
Yeah, because they used to make it solid in those days.
That is the thing. Like old production stuff was like
Yeah.
built to last forever.
Yeah.
And things today, like especially technology, especially phones, they're meant to die soon so that it can be replaced and people can keep buying and the economy can keep going and then the industrial machine can keep rolling and everything just keeps moving forward and it crushes people underneath it no matter what.
That's right.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I think all that's left is just to finalize our casket and we'll put the order in and...
Yeah.
I just need to know the name of who will pay for the casket.
Honest.
Okay, now I need the details of the casket.
Okay, this is the fun part.
This is the fun part.
It's going to be Toppinger style. If we're looking at it from the top, the left side is going to be black.
Left is black.
Yes, straight down the middle. Right is white. Matte black or glossy black?
I think.
The glossy is very beautiful.
Yeah.
Glossy,
Should we go with gloss? Let's go with gloss.
I think because the glossy white will look good too.
Should we go? Now here's the question: should we go matte black so then fingerprints are less of an issue? So then we don't have to, wipe it down and stuff like that.
How much are we going to be touching this casket?
True. Let's go glossy. Let's go
Yeah,
glossy.
let's go glossy. Interior, satin. The reverse, if looking at it from the top, it will now be white on the left.
Okay, fine. So I have all the details.
Cool.
And
Well, that's it.
That's
right?
it then,
Well,
yeah.
thank you so much for having us today. If you are in the market for a casket, come on over to ABC Caskets here in
Factory.
Factory. Where are we?
in 1705 North Indiana Street. It's actually in East LA, right behind the USC County Hospital.
Or go to abettercasket.com.
www.abettercasket.com and see the casket on our website.
Yeah, and you can come here and you can see the caskets. They're all made in-house, by hand, quality care. This is a place that's been doing it for 87 years, you said?
Yes.
Well, sweet. Thank you so much for having
Thank
us.
you.
So excited to get our casket. It's going to be so cool.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next one.
Okay. Thank you.